Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to PSGL. If you were with us for qualifying, this is the F5 tier, and we are back, and I don't really know what the lobby is doing. We had to have a restart due to issues on the formation lap, but we are back here, and we are back going. So, if you are just joining us, welcome. We are getting ready here in Singapore for the Singaporean Grand Prix. I'm joined by Brendan. How are you doing?
Doing very well. We'll be getting underway soon enough.
Hopefully, at some point. Hopefully. I'm starting to lose hope because we are not there yet. But we are back for F5. We are getting started. It was actually a bit of a surprise qualifying. It was DRA Rick who took pole position in a very, very interesting qualifying indeed. A lot of drivers qualifying on the mediums. Rick, though, been given a little bit of a helping hand because, well, he will have fresh tyres at the front of the grid. But yes, we should be on for a fantastic race. We are getting going now here in Singapore. We are getting ready to go. It'll be an exciting one. So make sure you stay with us here in the F5 tier.
And we are go.
It's the lights out and away we go.
In a little bit.
Yeah, let's hope that Crofty doesn't copyright us for that. Brendan, I think you made a prediction, but for those who didn't hear it, would you like to make it again?
Well, it has changed a little bit, obviously, with this restart now. The pole man, who qualified on the soft tyre, I would say it's gotten a little bit better now, because you're starting on the same tyre wear as everyone else, pretty much. It means you can go a bit longer into the race, the one stop comes up a little bit more viable, and, well, safe, I suppose, generally, things would be a lot easier.
We are all dry in the race, I believe, so that'll be interesting. Someone asking in the chat what happened. We just had lag issues and game issues, really, so we had to restart, unfortunately, and we would have gave you a bit more warning, but both our games crashed, which does end up crashing the live stream. Another madness from Codemasters. We'll run you through the championship standings while we are waiting. It is Stefano leading ahead of Marcel on 5 points, but I don't believe Stefano will be with us this evening. He's having some wheelbase issues, and I don't think they have resolved. It'll be Marcel and Bjorn then in third position. It's 10 seconds till we go for the formation lap.
I would say Bjorn, he's thinking this is a good opportunity. One championship rival is not going to score today, guaranteed. The other is down in 11. We have for us. There's some.
The first ever night race was held here in Singapore back in 2008, of course. That was a fantastic evening here in Singapore. The Marina Bay Circuit on the beautiful country of Singapore is our host for this evening. A night race, and it is lit up by these fantastic lights. 1,600 lights connected by 108,000 meters of cable, producing 3.1 million watts. That's enough watts to power 20 Formula E cars around for 5.5 races, just to give you a mass scale of that one. Humidity levels of 70% or more can hit the drivers in Marina Bay, of course. It can be a very warm one, and it can be very warm, especially when you lose 3 to 4 kg through fluid weight. Now, add that with no drinks bottle, and that's what Sebastian Vettel had to go through in 2015 when he won this Singapore Grand Prix. Sebastian Vettel's current team, Aston Martin, on pole position in the form of DRA Rick for this. He starts on the soft compound of tyres ahead of Jerry in second position for Alpha Tauri. It's going to be an interesting one, folks. That is for sure. We've 16 runners for this fantastic Singaporean Grand Prix. It will be an Interesting one nevertheless. 31 laps of action. It is an endurance race, some describe as. It's not quite the level of Le Mans, maybe, but it's a toughie in terms of racing, because you have to be precise for those 31 laps, hit every apex, nail every corner. Rick will line us up on the grid here in Singapore. It'll be Darragh Smith who will line us up at the back. Stefano is not here tonight, Brendan unfortunately having some issues, so we'll try to get him back in at a later stage. But we're getting ready to go here in Singapore. We are not waiting around this time. Hopefully no issues on the grid. There was a bouncing AlphaTauri of Axel, who's actually gone down to 6th. He qualified in 3rd spot, so very unsure to what's happened there. Hopefully all good on an internet front. We're lined up on the grid. We're getting ready to go. 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. We go racing in Singapore. That's a great launch from TF Jerry on the outside. It's a fantastic launch from Black Box down towards turn 1. Look at Black Box. He's gone up the inside. Axel trying some moves on Sanchez. Sanchez starts on the soft compound tyre. He hasn't got them lift up. Baril in the mid pack as well. But Rick's got a fantastic launch and leads away. 0.6 of a second ahead of TF Jerry in second for the AlphaTauri. Sanchez looking to make some moves, but it's Baril the one attacking here. Sanchez already lost a spot. Marcel, our championship leader, looking to get involved in this one. Breaking down for turn 4. There's no moves in the mid, but there is closer towards the back. Zane making a move, makes it an AlphaTauri 8-9 and splits the two Ferraris even further away. Sanchez has not got the tyres lit up. He's going to find himself under a lot of pressure from Baril behind. Baril in 7th position for Ferrari, but it's not a hectic as lap 1 as those at the back would like, especially Luke and Nick, who's lost 3 spots and down to 16th position. Darragh Smith, our biggest gainer, gaining 2 up to 14th. Zane the same as well. He's up to 9th position on a set of the medium compound tyres. Darragh Smith and Simon's run wide there. Something's happened here. He's running a bit slow and could be attacked by Luke and Nick. Great start for Rick, who has led the way here by 0.8 of a second, but he's on a worse strategy, so we need to keep an eye on that later in the race. We have the positional change on screen for you now. You can see the winners and losers. Axel up to 5th, managed to get past Sanchez. There's battling at the back between our 2 biggest losers of Luke and Nick and Shizou Simon. But a very hectic race start here. Brendan not back with me just yet, but we hope to get him back in as we head on to lap 2. Rick leads us away by 0.7 of a second ahead of TF Jerry, and Bjorn in 3rd position. Really good racing on lap number 1. No crashes, no retirements. The only man is Simon. Oh no, never mind. We have a crash in the pit lane. It is Shizou Simon, who's very lucky to survive in this one. He has crashed on the entrance to the pit lane and has lost his front wing. Oh no, he's reset to the circuit, and that's understandable from Simon. Yeah, that was very unlucky. He was in the pit lane and reset to the circuit. We have a AI car for the remainder of the Grand Prix. He's not an official retirement as of now, but he will be on the standings, and if he scores points today, of course, top 10 for points, different point system, 16 for a win. It'll currently be Rick picking up those 16, but he's on a different strategy, so we do need to keep an eye on that one. There is your tyre choices for the moment. Rick and Sanchez, the only 2 in the entire grid on that set of the soft compound tyres. Great race start here though, and it's a 1 second lead for Rick as we head down towards turn number 14 for the second time out of 31. Great race start here. Here goes Rick now, leading us under the bridge. Jerry looking to keep in that DRS. He needs it. The gap between Jerry and Rick he's the exact same gap both sides of him, which is nice to see. It is nice to see Marcel running solidly down in 8th position. Zane running in 9th. Fastest lap of the race goes to Rick, understandably so. He's the quickest man on the circuit, but Jerry had a very good sector 3. He'll pick up the DRS as it is now enabled by our race stewards, our virtual race stewards. Of course, Darragh Smith picking up a 3-second time penalty. That's the first of the day for the Williams here around Singapore. Here we go though. Jerry tucked into the slipstream. He'll get a bit of DRS. He's on the medium tyres, so we'd expect Rick to pull away from this one. But that DRS is going to keep Jerry right on the back of that Aston Martin, just like he wants to be. Bjorn's dropped out of the DRS of Jerry, so he will not pick up that extra 25 kilometres an hour straight line speed. K3PA5 getting past Dara there, both on the hard compound tyres. Lakitu does not have a setup on. Lakitu does not have a setup on. That is the issue there for Lakitu. He does not have a setup on that car. There's Bjorn trying to get in back into that DRS. Jerry's doing a very good job here. Are we seeing the soft compound tyres already suffering? We could well be. See those soft tyres already suffering. Brendan is back with us. Brendan, any issues resolved? Oh well, are you here now? I'm going to take that as a no. 0.4 of a second separate the top two now as we head on to lap number 4, heading into turn number 3. The strategy will come into play a lot earlier than you see at other tracks. The soft tyres will not be feeling too nice already for TF Jerry Bussell. We head down towards turn number 4 now. This will be the best overtaking opportunity of the day, arguably, as that's a retirement in the pit lane for the Williams. Williams, second in the Constructors' Championship. No points today for either car. That is not good there. As we see Jerry trying to pressure Rick into a move. Bjorn is enabling to catch here, although he's ran a bit wide and has black box right on the back. We'll have to wait and see what happens there. This black box has drove really well. Here comes Jerry though. He's really driving well these last few laps. He's pressuring Rick into an overtake as we head into the sector number 3. It is Rick leading the way for Aston Martin, driving well. Rick has only did 2 races. He scored 2 points. He scored 1 point. Yeah, he scored 2 points. That was in Brazil. So that is that's K3PA5 gone at the back. But we'll just have to ignore that for the moment because it looks like Jerry could pressure Rick into a move here. He's right on the back of this Aston Martin. Takes a bit of curb. It's a mistake by our race leader. And this is going to allow Jerry right up the outside. And takes the lead heading into turn number 3. But Rick's going to get the run. Oh, Jerry has a bit of a slide in the Aston Martin. And that AlphaTauri is pounced away on the exit of the corner. Absolutely flying is this AlphaTauri this evening. Rick is not going to be able to get it back, and this allows Bjorn right up into the battle. That is our 3rd retirement of the day. Of course, Simon an AI car. Already a lap down is Simon. Unfortunate for him, but he is a lap down. There's a battle back here. This is Little Blocks and Bugatti going side by side. Little Blocks has got the move done. These hard compound stragglers really struggling here. It's just unfortunate for them, but they are really struggling. And another man is struggling is Rick already. He's smoked these tyres on the Aston Martin. It's not good. He's absolutely smoked them. Oh, it's Luke and Nick gone at the back. It's Luke and Nick gone through the left-hander of turn number 9. Unfortunate for him. Jerry has did a great job since taking the lead on the exit of 3. He's leading by 9/10 of a second now. Really super stuff for Jerry. Rick is struggling here. 1 second, he's dropped out of the gap. He's going to be under pressure from third in the championship. Bjorn hasn't scored points in 5 rounds, remember. He's out with an injury for a few of those, but he didn't score, and Rick's in. Rick in for a very early pit stop. We could see he was struggling on the soft tyres. He's into the pit lane now. Let's see what the Aston Martin can go on. First pit of the day. Sancho is also into the pits, the 2 soft runners. Sanchez picks up a 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane. It's the hard compound tyres for our Aston Martin. What's our Alpine going on to? It'll be the hards as well for Sanchez. Here we go though, black box now, the real challenger, Marcel, also running in a comfortable spot. Marcel leads the championship. So here comes Marcel, down the inside of Baril. Great move for the Alfa Romeo. Gets it done, very tidy. Into turn number 4. Marcel, the championship leader, would currently extend his lead over Stefano, who is not here. Sorry, Marcel, not the championship leader. He is the championship leader now. But that is the live points. Stefano, obviously not here to score points. So that's why Marcel is the live championship leader. Bjorn is in 3rd. Would gain a few points back on the 2 in front. But he is 30 points adrift, which is a lot in 4 rounds of racing. Especially when it's not 25 points for a win, it's 16 points for a win. Which is the unlucky thing. Down in towards turn number 16 and 17. Black Box is pressuring Bjorn into a move here. Bjorn's 2 seconds adrift of TF Jerry in the lead of this Singaporean Grand Prix. Jerry picked up 8 points last week in Mexico. Can he pick up some more this evening? There he goes, Black Box. He's still too far away to try a move here. Can Borrell have another go on Marcel maybe? Or can Marcel's teammate have a chuck up the inside of the Ferrari? Too far back, both of these guys. They're not going to get the moves done there, unfortunately. Bugatti is still a bit away from Lickle Blocks, meaning there's no real battles on the circuit at the moment. So let's have a ride on board with our man in 3rd place, Black Box. Can he gain anything through the middle sector on Bjorn? Very neat and tidy. Bjorn's run a bit wide there, but Bjorn will get the exit. That's the one thing about running wide over the hairpin. Bjorn will get the exit. Still a long, long way to go in the Singapore Grand Prix. It's not over yet. We haven't had a safety car. It is not over yet. That is one thing for sure. Black Box is remembering that piece of information. Here we go. Rounding 22 and 23. Black Box gains a bit through there. Good comment from Stefano, wishing Bjorn, Marcel and Barril the best of luck. Unfortunately, we couldn't have Stefano here with us this evening, which is a real shame. But the way it's looking, it won't be too much of a points gain for Marcel. Stefano is still definitely in a shout of this F5 title. Bjorn still in with a tiny bit of a shout. Brendan, are you back with us?
I hope so.
Hey, he's here.
I don't even know anymore.
We've had a full round of issues tonight, but hopefully that is resolved and we Brendan back with us. Jerry leads this race now by 2.1 seconds ahead of Bjorn and Black Box. Of course, Rick was in 2nd spot, but he had to take an early pit stop as he absolutely shredded his soft compound tyres. He had to pit on lap number 5. Probably didn't lower the tyre pressures, or else we have very warm conditions. Of course, humidity levels of 70% or more, as we said, on the formation lap. Stefano, 3 wins this season, is not the most. This man, in 2nd place, has 4 wins this season in Portugal, Monaco, France and Austria, and would be clear at the top of the championship. However, he's not scored points in the last 5 rounds, and Marcel's up the inside of Axel. Speaking of championship leaders, Marcel has got another position. He's up to 4th now. He is the championship leader in terms of, well, live, as that's Luke and Nick in the wall again. That's Luke and Nick round. Oh, it's a really awkward position as well. He's got the car spinned round and hopefully no damage for the Mercedesman. I think he's avoided it, you know.
I'd say he'd be okay with that. Obviously it was a 180, so should be a case if he managed to avoid the barrier. Well, maybe you want to ease off there for a few corners, just make sure the tyres are cool, and no. He's had a 90-degree reset.
All going wrong for Luke and Nick tonight, unfortunately. His teammate in third, him in 13th. He's either very on the ball or very off the ball, Luke and Nick, this season. It's not been the easiest of times for the young man, but he's doing his best, and that's all you can ask for. He is he even on the championship standings? I'm having a read through. Here he is. He's 23rd as the Mercedes-man, and he's been here since round 3. He has only scored 6 points, but he took a fastest lap in both of those. So fair play to him. He did take a fastest lap, as that is him leaving the session. We are down to 12 runners for the remainder of the Singapore Grand Prix. Of course, Simon no longer here. He crashed in the pit lane on lap 1 and then got reset to the track. So that's us down to 12, and that's Baril up to 5th. That is Axel gone down to 6th. That's 2 positions he's fallen, and this will be Zane attacking him. Axel might have picked up some front wing damage. Finished 2nd in Mexico last week, did Axel, ahead of Marcel. Stefano won that race, but Stefano, as he's saying in the chat, might not be able to attend for the rest of the season. Good racing on old Logitech, he says. Well, we'd love to see it. We would love to see it. We started tonight with 19. I have 16 now since qualifying, and it's down to 12. But Zane is hoping to put Axel down to 7, because he is really attacking the AlphaTauri in front of the fellow Italian machine. Of course, Alfa Romeo racing under a Swiss license. That's due to the Sauber agreement, but it is definitely has some Italian heritage. It's going to be an Italian-esque send down the inside for Zane. It is. He takes 6th spot, but he's overshot the corner a little bit. Axel, though, is going to back off and take a more sensible route here, which is good, because Zane is running low on the ERS. You can see the red light flashing on the back of the Alfa Romeo Orlan car. Good move from Zane, but that's Axel down from 4th to 7th in the space of 3 laps. Unlucky for him. Although he's the only man who can use the DRS. Oh no, Black Box has broke back into it, never mind. Thought he was out of it for a second. It was 1.1 seconds, it's now 7 tenths.
Yeah, so I said Bjorn will be happy enough what he has, although we will see that Marcel is still in a decent opposition tree. Won't be able to gain that much in this round, but he was thinking maybe some form of luck will come my way. It hasn't been, well, it was doing very swimmingly up until that moment. Oh well, whatever happened to him has now cost him a couple of races. He's fallen behind. It
was a knee injury, I believe. It was a knee injury. It was a shattered knee bone, or not knee bone, the knee cap. I believe is what happened there, but he'll be able to tell you more about that. And that's another retirement. That is Bugatti gone in the pit lane. We have our first safety car of the day. We are down to 11 runners now. That is Bugatti gone in the pit lane.
Rick has got to be fuming.
He will be absolutely furious with the man who was behind him. He will be fuming because he was in a good spot. And that is Bugatti out of the Grand Prix. We are down to 11. Got to see what the pitters do now, because these guys are on the mediums.
Oh, it is. I think this has just turned the whole strategy thing a little different anyway.
It has, because we'll see the medium runners surely come into the pit lane now. Let us know what you think in terms of the strategy in the comments. Of course, these drivers will be better strategists than you and I. But it'll be interesting to see. Bjorn's trying to close this delta as much as he can at the possibility of jumping Jerry in the pit lane, although I don't think he will.
Don't think he will, but I suppose the more... You may as well try
Everybody's
something.
Everybody is in. What will the hard tire runners do, though? That'll be interesting.
You know, yeah, that's a good question.
Well, we'll see now, because Lakitu is into the pit lane. Oh, you know, if Rick pushes this one, he might be able to get it. They're all going for the hard tyres. Will Rick possibly box here? Yeah, he's in Rick's pit, so he's going to just sacrifice it and just wing it to the end.
I think he might be banking on the fact that maybe another or on the possibility of another safety car.
You know, once you get one, it's very easy to get another. There's every possibility. There's every possibility. Lakitu's gone with the mediums. I don't think they're going to make the end, unfortunately. It'll be a stretch. But we'll see. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. Lakitu will definitely be one to watch at this safety car restart, though. He'll be the quickest man on the circuit on those tyres. I have to say, Jerry did very well keeping with the man on better tyres, our pole sitter. So we'll have to wait and see for the AlphaTauri.
Yeah, I have to say this is going to take in the strategy element out of this race. What we had was very interesting with Rick, maybe possibly trying to make that undercut work. Now he's got a fight back to do instead.
That's a 5-second time penalty for Zane for ignoring yellow flags.
That must be because he got past the lap Simon. So
I think that if he doesn't serve it, it'll be removed, but he'll probably end up serving it at some point.
If what you would expect at this point is a pit stop to come because of another safety car as they transform Type 1 strategy again, then yeah, it probably would be served. But maybe with the lower numbers, you might get someone, or you might get through the race without having to serve it.
Well, we're only on lap 12 of 31. We are not even halfway through this one yet, folks. We still... Oh, Jerry trying to dummy a man who's already pit into the pit lane. That's an interesting one. We are just waiting on Sanchez to catch up, as that's... oh, that's Axel in. Is he going for a mediums?
I think they're confident enough that the mediums could do enough laps. Maybe because you did some already. It's just a case of, well, you kind of know where the mediums are, and if they are genuinely good enough for 20-some, well, just a little bit under 20 laps, then it may work. Because mediums will be absolutely better than hards, at least at the start of this stint.
He's burned a bit of fuel. He's Axel. He's revving that AlphaTauri out of it. He's still got out ahead of Sanchez. Just not good on Sanchez's part. We will be going green at the end of this lap, that is for sure. It'll be TF Jerry V, who will lead us away ahead of Bjorn and Black Box. Marcel in fourth is second in the championship, but he will be leading it as it stands today. If he scores more than 5 points today, he'll be leading the championship ahead of Stefano. It'll be Bjorn in third. No matter what happens today, Stefano will stay second because Bjorn can't catch him. Bjorn is 30 points behind Stefano, and you can only score a maximum of 16. Borrell is also still close in this championship. Borrell is 36 points behind them all, but that's 6 points behind Bjorn, so he still could get third here. Sivkar was in this lap. We're going to go racing once again. It'll be Jerry who leads us away on the hard compound tyres. This will be interesting. The hards are very difficult to get up the temperature. We could very easily see a few spinners. We could see a couple of the medium runners fight their way up. Not too many penalties so far either. Here we go, though, under the bridge. When's Jerry going to go? Safety car's not in the pit lane yet, meaning legally he cannot go now. There is no overtaking until the start-finish line. But we'll see from there. It's Jerry who'll lead us away for AlphaTauri, the Honda back sponsor, the Honda back wing. Oh, there's almost contact, and we go racing in Singapore. Bjorn almost running into the back. He has. He's picked up a 5-second time penalty for running into the back of our race leader. 4 tenths is the gap. Jerry's been helped out by that almost because he doesn't have the penalty. Bjorn might possibly have some wing damage here. Very, very interesting restart there. Bjorn has got a job to do now. He's still trying to heat up the tyres. They haven't got temperatures in them. Lakitu's right on the back of Zane. He's on the mediums, of course. Rick's picked up a 3-second time penalty. He was our race leader at the start. He's down to 9th position. Zane's looking for a move on Barril. We thought it would be the other Ferrari attacking, but Barril is having to defend from Zane. He's did a good job of it. So far, Rick is looking on the back of Little Blocks. He has pace today. He was our pole sitter for a reason. Okay, it may have been on the soft compound tyres, but he was the quickest of the soft compound tyre runners. Jerry's got away here. This AlphaTauri has cracking pace here on lap 14.
Yep, flying away is that AlphaTauri, and it will be home. Can it just get out of the second range before DRS starts becoming a thing? And if and unlike Imola yesterday, the DRS is going to be enabled as at the proper time.
He's out of that 1 second already. We'll have to wait and see. Well, he's almost out of that 1 second. Bjorn's got it back. That seems to happen every time I mention it tonight. But the medium runners really not capitalising so far on these slower hard tyre runners. Lakitu pressuring Zane now. We head round onto lap number 15. We are once we get to the Anderson Bridge, we will be halfway through. Down the straight again. It is 1.1 seconds between Jerry and Bjorn. Black Box, though, is right behind Bjorn again. Can Lakitu challenge Zane? No, Zane just has too much pace on those hard compound tyres to get the job done.
So you have it split pretty much.
Oh, here comes Rick. Rick's trying to move into the Singapore sling. That's a brave one. He's backed out in the end, but just even thinking about it is a brave one. We head over to the Anderson Bridge. Can the Aston Martin maybe send one up in the inside into the hairpin? No, he's going to tuck behind, take a wide line, get a better exit. Then Little Blocks. Oh, he's almost spun. He's almost spun, and he's going to lose the spot to Axel, and quite possibly to Sanchez, because Sanchez is going to try down the inside of the Aston Martin. It's a brave move from the Alpine, but the Aston Martin's going to be able to hold this one out round the outside, and Rick has made an absolute mess of that, overtaking a 10th on Little Blocks. He was right on the back. He's not right on the back now. He is behind Axel for 10th position.
Eyes may be blind or something, but I see just a slight bit of front wing come off.
I don't know. Barrios picked up a 3-second time penalty. The penalties are starting to roll in.
Maybe it's just lighting, but I could be wrong. Right, we have a perfect split here pretty much between hard tyres and medium tyres. It seems like the medium runners aren't making the inroads they would have wanted.
No, they definitely aren't. Here comes Lakitu on Zane. Zane is just able to stick with Barril, and that's what's saving the hard tyre runners here. Because if Lakitu gets past one, he can get past another. His teammate, maybe if he doesn't have the pace on Marcel, would maybe start thinking tactically, okay, I'll back up Zane a bit here, allow Lakitu to get close, and then allow Lakitu to get past and attack Marcel maybe. But that's not how they're playing it. But Little Blocks has started to pick up the pace, has started to get a move on, and he's now the one attacking a fellow medium runner, so he might have the best pace out of the lot here. We'll have to wait and see. 4 tenths is the gap. It needs to be a little bit closer heading down the back straight, as this track has walls. Lakitu's made a mistake though, and this is going to allow Little Blocks, but it's the wrong part of the track. Because now, just look how narrow it gets. You're definitely not going to send one up the inside into 19 or 18. This is 18 now. And yeah, as you can see, not going to get a move done there. But Little Blocks is going to have to keep his lost time though. This seems to be where these guys are quickest, because no one can make a move if they just get a good last sector, although Zane is a lot slower than Lakitu was, and Lakitu has gone from being under pressure to pressuring the guy in front through turn number 1. The 23 Ferrari is 3 tenths behind. He's taken a lot of curb there, but he's got a good exit on Zane. This is a good chance. This is a really good chance. He's burning ERS, as you can see on the steering wheel of the Ferrari, and down the back straight we go. Lakitu, he's gaining, but Zane just has that DRS and the 25km/h advantage. It's going to be too much if he wants to go for a move, but it's a purple sector 1 for Lakitu, so you can just see the pace really behind the wheel of this Ferrari, but he just can't capitalise on it. But Black Box possibly can, because Bjorn has no DRS in front. If Black Box can stay this close, this is going to become second position for the F. Yorman.
Oh, it is. Looks like Jerry is still pulling away. The pace he had earlier on is still there. Although Bjorn might have a word or two about that safety car restart.
Possibly.
Yeah. Oh no, the penalties won't help. Marcel will be thinking up. This is practically as well as this race could have went.
Yeah, it could have really got better for him. It's going really well. Well, maybe if he was leading the race by about 50 seconds, that'd be probably better for him. But sure, look, you can't have everything your own way. Little Blocks is right on the back of Lakitu now. Lakitu's run a bit wide through 18, but Little Blocks struggles through 20 and 21. As you can see here, he just loses that time as Lakitu gets the exit and the run on Zane. But Zane still has that DRS from Lakitu's teammate. Bareil's got to be pushing like mad to drop Zane and his teammate, to allow his teammate past the Alfa Romeo. It's an Alfa Romeo Ferrari Red Bull here. The 4 Italian-based machines with the Ferrari engines in them. And then it's the Red Bull Honda. Zane struggling on the ERS though. You can see that red light flashing. That means he's regenerating. Here we go down the straight again. Black Box isn't close enough at the front, and no one's close enough here. This is a DRS train and a half.
Yeah, DRS trains a common occurrence now. As people here are just, the pace is so similar that nobody can really feel like they can pass each other without getting that kind of, well, a run that is much better than the other, or someone else makes a mistake. So you'd see, it seems like Jerry, however, is still the class of the field. 2.5 seconds. This is turning into one of them kind of races for you, where just everything is going right. You have the setup right, tires feel nice, you can start managing and paying attention to every little detail that you might miss when you're in a battle.
Yeah, it's going really well for Jerry, and this would bump him up the standings by a mile. These 16 points would. It would be the first reserve winner of the season. We've had no reserve win a race yet this season. So Jerry doing a fantastic job, he is. But we just drop back to the midfield where the battle is, and Little Blocks is a lot closer on this occasion, but Lakitu still just gets the run out of 22. The 5.063 kilometers per second. Oh, mistake for Lakitu, and that's the one we were waiting for. He's made the mistake, and Little Blocks is now up the inside. Round the outside for the Red Bull. Lakitu has just held the spot, but Little Blocks is on the outside. Gotta get the run down towards turn number 4 is the Red Bull Racing Honda man, and he's gonna have to send it up the inside because Lakitu still has the DRS. He's burning the DRS. Is he gonna go down the inside? No, he breaks earlier than the Ferrari. Lakitu has just about held on there. That is very, very lucky for the Ferrari to still somehow be in 7th position in this Grand Prix.
Extremely. Maybe the Rebel Little Blocks might be thinking, should I have just maybe not fought that corner, instead trying to maximise the exit?
Yeah, he did. He tried to go around the outside. He should have backed off, maybe took a bit of DRS, but it didn't help that Lakitu also had DRS. Little Blocks is really close now in this Red Bull, and he's going to be pressuring the Ferrari at any given point. Hello to everybody just joining us. We're in a great scrap here in the midfield. We have about 11 or 12 laps to go almost. Jerry leads by 3.3 seconds, but the rest of the field is so close, barely separated. There's a right train behind Bjorn here. The Bjorn train, choo-choo. You're all on the back of it. Black Box needs to get a move on if he wants to pass him, although he's comfortable. Bjorn has that penalty, and he is very comfortable. Lakitu is still not capitalising the fact he has better tyres, and soon he won't have better tyres. It'll be worse, but he needs to send it up the inside of Zane. But Zane and Baril getting closer instead of further away. Here comes Lakitu. He's really close. He's really close now. This is the lap. He needs to get the run on Zane. This is the lap. He needs to get it done. He's going to possibly try down the inside. He's got a lot of straight line speed. It is going to be down the inside for Lakitu. Is he going to get it done? He's just not brave enough on the brakes. But that means Little Blocks runs into the back of him. And the Red Bull down the inside into turn number 8. He's going to have to try around the outside. It's a bold move. Oh, Axel in the wall. The AlphaTauri. And we have a safety car. Look at that. One man tries an overtake. 2 guys end up in the wall. We have a safety car. Who's going to gamble on strategy? Now this has got interesting.
I will say here, it is what looks like Rick's front wing got took with Axel. Well, actually, both front wings are gone. So it'll be a very nervy trip back to the pits. But a safety car, so in reality, you don't really lose that much. I would say though, that is what happened. Yeah, I would agree. One move could cause a lot there, but Little Blocks would be happy that he got through, although I would want to see that wing for a moment. Did we want to be checking the radio there, see if you get damage?
Bjorn's going to be chuffed with this. This allows him. Oh, they're all in. Everybody's in. No, Black Box. He's gambled. He stayed out. Oh, I like the gamble, Black Box. I like the thinking.
The key to gambling too.
The key to stays out. He's on the medium, so we can definitely get to the end. We have a few actually gambling. That's Sancho is gambling. He's no penalties, mind you. That's a good gamble. But everybody else really into the pit lane. Bjorn and Jerry. Is one of them going to get jumped here? They're gone for the mediums. No. Bjorn has to serve that 5-second penalty. Is he going to lose a spot? He's not.
Zane on soft.
Zane's gone soft. I like the thinking. I really do like the thinking.
This race has really spiced up now. That strategy element is back with a bang.
This is really, really interesting now. Our race leader is Black Box on the hard compound tyres. Black Box has not won a race this season. He got a podium in Brazil, but he's not won a race in his F5 career. Marcel, our championship leader, if it stays like this on hards on second, Baril in hards in third. Maybe they've seen that tyres aren't necessarily the advantage around Singapore. Track position can be key. We've 10 laps to go. We're going to have a few more under safety car. Things are getting exciting now. We have a sprint to the finish. You can see the tyres on the left hand side. It's so split now, Brendan. It really is. And who's going to be on the best here? Will Softs even make the end of this Grand Prix?
I think with its collapse, you could get them to the end, although I feel like you may just hit the cliff before you get there. It's a case of you'll get to the end, but by the end you are going to have them tyres pretty much begging for the checkered flag. Although the early benefit might be worth it. I will be very interested now actually to see, are we going to see like Lakitu and Sancho try attack?
Yeah.
Boreal before they start getting attacked by Jerry, Bjorn, and let's see if Zane's going to try attack Bjorn and Jerry ahead.
Now another thing here is Ferrari love a bit of team tactics. Could Lakitu just try back everybody up to let Boreal get away? Boreal does have a time penalty. I believe it is just 3 seconds. It is. It's a 3 seconds for everybody apart from Axel, who has 6. But Axel's into the pit lane again for a set of softs. We could see that. Let us know down in the stream chat if you are watching who you're cheering for, who you want to win this race, because it'll be very split and it'll be a battle. Black Box and Marcel with no penalties, and Black Box has looked like he's had good pace all day. He's been running in the top 3 since the very early pit stop from Rick. He was right behind.
So, all to play for, all 3 different compounds in use, and well, tyres that are either 9 laps old or completely fresh. The difference is here if some people playing it safe, others taking that risk.
Apologies, I think my microphone stopped working. I don't know if you can hear me now.
I can.
Oh yeah, I don't really know what happened there, but we're going to go green on this lap. Just like they've swapped their tyres, us commentators have had a microphone swap. It'll be Black Box who leads us away here for the safety car restart. He will lead Marcel. We've seen one man have an incident on the safety car restart. Will Black Box? No, we go racing in Singapore. He's lit up his rears, and it's almost allowed Marcel to get past, but he can't get past yet. And here we go. Black Box leads us away as we go racing. Look at Jerry and Bjorn side by side for the race lead. Bjorn has lost out big time. Sorry, Jerry's lost out big time. Bjorn's up to 5th. Sancho is already losing positions, and there's a spinner at Zane around on the softs. One of our soft tyre runners is gone, and Jerry's got back. Sancho is. Look at Boreal going for the race lead now as he heads up to, sorry, not for the race lead, he heads for second spot as Marcel was going for the race lead. He's not gone for it now.
Yeah, all kicking off, and well, I'd say Jerry will not be happy, although he has those back up, so good chance he can get back past if things go right. So Zane, he's pushing on, although his work, I think this gamble won't really benefit him anyway now because of that.
Oh, there goes Bjorn up the inside of Lakitu. It's a risky move, but he's got it done. Really good stuff from these. Lakitu has gone down the inside of Bjorn. Oh, he's almost pushed him in the wall. It's great racing. This has allowed Jerry back past Bjorn. The AlphaTauri down the inside. It's a risky move. He's got it done. There's contact. There's contact, and Jerry's hit the wall again. Was he just too impatient? I don't know, and I hope my microphone is working okay because I've no idea what's happened. But hopefully it is all okay now. Lakitu is trying up the inside. He tried up the inside, apologies, he didn't get it done, and this has allowed the front runners to bolt away. Black Box leads by 1.2 seconds here. And if you just take over while I try to fix this issue.
So now Jerry, he's gotten well place back. It's that. That's
Rick out. That is Rick out, and the good old unplug plug in has worked, I think. Can you hear me, Brenda?
Yep, it's worked.
Yeah, there we go. The good old unplug, plug in is Barreal. Oh, he's hit the back of Marcel.
Oh.
And now Jerry's hit him as well. It's all gone wrong for Ferrari. It's all gone wrong. Lakitu has hit the back of Marcel.
Okay
Barreal has now dropped. Sorry, it was Barreal who hit the back of Marcel. I don't know if he's wing damage, but it's allowed Jerry back up onto the podium. And look at this. Black Box leads by 2.4 seconds. He could take his first win here.
I think Black Box has shown he's been a very good driver this season, and the win would be deserved, as something would eventually have to come his way.
A win would definitely be deserved for Black Box. And look at this, Jerry's right on the back of Marcel. Marcel's really struggling on these old hard tyres. Jerry, I don't think he's got wing damage from that collision with the wall. I think he was okay. And here we go. Starting lap number 25. The race has really picked up, hasn't it? 0.2 of a second separates these two. DRS has now been enabled, meaning this will help out a lot of guys. Zane has got Barreal in the pit lane. That's what's happened there. He definitely picked up damage. Zane sets the fastest lap of the race since his spin. So he's doing a good job there. Marcel now backing up Jerry by quite a lot. Marcel is really struggling. Jerry's definitely going to go for a move down this straight. That's one thing for sure. We'll see what happens here. Oh, he's hit the wall! The Alpha Terri's hit the wall. He's had a snap and has hit the wall, but I think his end plate's okay. Down towards turn 4. He's got to go down the inside. And the Alpha Romeo, the Alpha Terry, is back up to second place, but he's run wide, and Bjorn is trying an adventurous move down the inside as well. But it will be Jerry who gets the job done, I think, somehow for the second time this evening. He's just avoided damage.
I don't know, that front wing must be made of titanium, because he has gotten a bit of luck there.
And this could affect the championship result in the end if Bjorn can get this one done, because he would gain points on Marcel. Marcel is really, really struggling. Down the inside goes Bjorn on Marcel. It's an optimistic move, but an optimistic move has worked for Bjorn. He's up, and Lakitu's past Marcel as well. The gamble's not worked for Marcel. It has not worked, and he's falling and falling and falling. Little Blocks tries around the outside. He's almost scraped the wall. Really good racing for the Red Bullman. He's got to go down around the outside the long way. We have a curb shot now with a move. He's got it done. Marcel is down to 6. Stefano is licking his lips watching this. He's absolutely loving it. Now Black Box leads the race by 4.2 seconds. Come on, Black Box. Don't bottle it now. He's in a great spot. But Jerry definitely has front wing damage. 100% is front wing damage. He's losing so much time and struggling so much through the corners that Bjorn has passed the Alpha Terry for second spot. And Jerry has got to do a defensive masterclass to keep this podium from Lakitu. Look how it's all swapped around in the dying embers.
This has turned into a bit of a madness. See, less laps. People are going to get more desperate.
Here comes Lakitu. He's got to try the inside of Jerry. Jerry's got to defend the inside. If Jerry was leading this race by about 4 seconds, he's overshot the corner. This will allow Lakitu through. No, Lakitu has to sit behind. Sancho is. Was that the fastest lap of the Grand Prix? I don't think that'll be beaten, purely because of the chaos going on here. Marcel is still behind his teammate. He's down to 7th and not going to score the points he would have wanted today. Little Blocks almost trying down the inside of Lakitu. He fancies his chances. He's on 4 lap all mediums. Bjorn is catching Black Box, but remember, Bjorn has that time penalty. Here we go though. Little Blocks is going to be attacking Lakitu. Is he going to down the inside? Look at the weaving from Jerry. Probably not allowed as Little Blocks is going to try Lakitu. Almost like his teammate runs up the back of an Alpha car. Of course, Barreal could have been in a shove of the race win here if he hadn't made that mistake because of the way Marcel's tyres faded. Oh, he's out of the session. That's a commentator's curse. Are we going to get a safety car? That Black Box car is hoping we do not, and I think he might be okay. I think he's just avoided it. We're down to 9 here in PSGL F5, but 9 of the best racers. And oh no, he has got a safety car. Oh, look at the amount of people who've just missed the pit lane. Marcel's just made it in.
I think Marcel's race is turned around here. If he gets a delta off, this is his race to lose.
We'll see what happens here, but Black Box we'll have a look through the penalties. 3 seconds for Bjorn, 3 for Jerry, 6 for Lakitu. Whew, it's going to be really tough this for Black Box.
And I think Jerry he might drop down a spot or two, but he will. I suspect he had damage anyway, because he lost a lot of time that I didn't think he could have.
Who knows what's going to happen here? That was a hectic few laps, that's for sure. This is going to be crazy. Brendan, do you have any predictions now?
Well, people will be a bit desperate. You will see desperation start creeping. And we'll see, what is anyone going to gamble on staying out? Because it will mean you won't have that many laps to defend. And I believe Axel has just ruined his race.
Oh. Oh no. You can't serve that under the safety car either. So he's not in a good spot. Just had his little blocks of Jerry into the pit lane for softs there. Fancy a gamble here. This is, yeah, this has gone crazy because Marcel, who was struggling on all hards in 7th, is now 5th on fresh softs.
I'm not sure. Black Box is not bid. He must be relying on the key to a Bjorn. Oh, this might not be the best call from Bjorn.
From who?
Bjorn.
Ooh, from Bjorn. Bjorn's fresh starts in the key to.
I don't know. Because this
Axel. Axel has tried to serve his penalty and has ended up crossing the white line and picking up another penalty. I feel awful because that's really unlucky. The fact he's picked up a drive-through on a 5 seconds and two laps, but yeah, I don't know what's going to happen here because Black Box doesn't have a penalty. If he can just somehow stay in front for a lap or two, he could still win this race. It's the guys on the softs he has to be careful of. Although his tyres won't be nice either. He's the worst tyres on the grid.
Here. Admittedly, Bjorn does have a penalty.
He does, and I believe Lakitu, does Lakitu have 6? Lakitu has 6. So, you should be able to beat them no matter what. Black Box stays out. We'll get another lap under the safety car, and Black Box is probably very thankful for that. He is probably extremely thankful. If you're just joining us, welcome to PSGL F5. You've missed a lot. We have a crazy race here. And we are coming to the dying embers of it. If you'd like to know what this would mean for Black Box, it would mean everything. He has been 2 seasons here in F5. He's not won a race. He has picked up a podium 2 weeks ago in Brazil. And he would love to go one better. Believe in Black Box is the slogan he has for himself. He has good faith. And hopefully, we'll see, can he take his first win here? Although he does have pressure of the man who's won 4 races this season in the form of Bjorn S75 behind him. It's going to be a difficult ask for Black Box here. We're going to go green. Oh, we're definitely going to go green on this lap. Axel has... He's gone into the pits again to try serve his drive-through.
Or no, probably 5.
Oh yeah, he served his 5 there, but he still has to serve his drive-through, so I don't think he'll be getting much from this race. We're going to have 2 laps of racing to the end, meaning Meaning, no drag reduction system will come into play.
The Imola simulation.
Yes, of course, the Imola simulation. No DRS will be in play, meaning it'll be a straight fight on pure racecraft for who will win this race. Thank you to the 40 people currently watching F5. That's probably some form of a record. It's probably due to a delayed start, to be fair. But 42 now. Thank you all for tuning in. As something's happening here. There's a lot of kerfuffle. A lot of kerfuffle under the safety cars. We're going to go green. There is a lot of people swapping and changing. But it's going to be Black Box who leads the way. And does this man have a job to do? Is there only one making the swap? I think there's 45 people now watching. Welcome. We have a hectic final 2 laps for you, that's for sure. You've tuned in at the perfect time. Black Box in the 16-lap All Hards wants to win his first F5 race in 2 seasons. He is backing everybody up. 47 now. I can't keep up with these numbers. Thank you all for tuning in. Leave us a comment. Let us know who you're cheering. If you want a people's runner, it'll be Black Box. If you want a man trying to return to a championship lead, it's Bjorn, because he has a job to do if he wants to win this championship. Black Box has a job to do if he wants to win this race. We have 2 laps of fantastic racing to go, and we go racing. Bjorn's lost the rear. It's a perfect restart for Black Box as we head round 22 and 23. It's Black Box who leads, but he's slowed. He's slowed. Bjorn, look at everybody. Look at the kerfuffle back here. Zane's gone as well, and it will be into turn 1. Bjorn pressuring Black Box. Black Box just need to defend for 2 laps. There's a lot of chaos happening back here, but we can only keep up with so much of it. Zane has really made a mistake through the final corner. Battle for the race lead though. Bjorn's going to be pressuring Black Box. Black Box, can these tyres just hold on for 2 more laps? They're going to be screaming down the driver's throat. Bjorn sets one down the inside of the Mercedes and takes the race lead, but he does have a 3-second time penalty. Although with the way things are playing out here tonight in the Marina Bay circuit, anything could happen and he could still win this. Black Box just needs to hold on ahead of Lakitu. Lakitu's tyres are shredded as well. Marcel was down in 7th on the same shredded hards only about 4 laps ago. He's in 4th on the fresh soft and could take the position off Lakitu and get a really nice championship lead down the inside.
Oh, Jerry's hit the back of him as well. It's utter chaos down in the middle of this battle. So let's see. Is Jerry going to try to profit from?
My microphone has died again, unfortunately, there, Brendan, but Jerry's gone down the inside.
So now Marcel, 1 lap. Can he pass the 2 other drivers?
Can you still hear me?
Yep.
Okay, we're back. Just gonna hope it survives for the remainder of the lap. We're having some issues. Bjorn leads by 1.2 seconds. Black Box is still doing enough, but he's 1 more lap of pure pace. He's did 30 rounds around Singapore. He needs to do 1 more and hopefully keep Marcel behind. But my God, it's going to be an ask, especially when we get into the straight line speed section. Sanchez has gone down the inside of little blocks here. Sanchez has got the job done. This is the battle we're looking for. This is the one for the race lead. Can Black Box just do enough? It's going to be an ask. It's going to be an ask. But he's 1 more, 2 more straights, arguably, to just defend. He's got to do a good job here, Black Box. He's going to force Marcel to the outside. It's going to be a tricky move. Brilliant defence from Black Box, but Marcel's on his outside.
And another, maybe. No, just not quite enough. But Jerry might say he's going to try profit from Marcel not being able to pass, and he has.
Really good defence from Black Box. Jerry has got past Marcel there, and Jerry has a penalty, so Black Box could be in the clear here. I have to swap onto the other microphone. Jerry goes down the inside. What a move there. And here we go. Black Box, he only has a few more corners to defend it, but it's 0.5 of a second. Bjorn could still win this one via the penalty. Black Box has got a lot to do. He's got a lot of racing to do, and it's only 1 sector remaining. Bjorn is not gaining time. Although I think Bjorn could win this one on a penalty because Black Box is not close enough. We're going to get the gap to the leader. It's not going to be enough. Black Box is going to narrowly lose it. Bjorn comes round the final corner in Marina Bay to possibly win the race, but it's so close. Look at the gap. Black Box has got a penalty. It's over. It's over. Bjorn wins in Singapore. Marcel in second. Sancho is in third. Jerry fourth. Black Box, after all that battling, in fifth. We've hit 62 viewers. Thank you all for tuning in. And what a finale. Bjorn wins in Singapore.
Well, one was chaotic endings, and well, Axel caps off his misery with another penalty. And I have to say, that was a race and a half. In terms of the ending, anyway.
What an ending. Sorry about the microphone dying there. I have no really idea what's happening with it this evening, but my God. Take a deep breath, folks. What an ending to that Grand Prix. Give us your thoughts on the stream chat. My God, was it close. We didn't know who was going to win at one point, but it is Bjorn who takes his 5th win of the season to add to a list of Portugal, Monaco, France and Austria. He'll add Singapore on to that list. Oh, Marcel, illegal pit entry, says Little Blocks. A lot of Here's your final race results. Bjorn takes the win ahead of Marcel. Sanchez in third. How has Sanchez ended up in third?
No penalties, probably.
Well, yeah, it's Jerry in fourth, Black Box fifth, Little Blocks in sixth, Lakitu seventh, Zane eighth, Axel ninth, and your non-finishers were Simon, Bareel, Rick, Bugatti, Luke and Nick, K3, Pass and Dara Smith.
Brilliant race ending, and thank you to all the viewers who did tune in.
Yeah, we reached 62 at one point, is what I read on the top right of my screen, and it was probably on the best race. My microphones keep dying. It's brand new, so I hope that's not an issue. But yeah, thank you all so much for tuning in. What a great race we have had this evening. An absolute classic around Singapore. Brendan, any final words?
Brilliant race. Well, I think it's a Bjorn. He did deserve the win in the end. He managed to take full advantage of that finalised safety car, although you would have to feel for Black Box. Maybe just didn't, for all his hard work, it didn't go the way he wanted. And in an effort to just try salvage to win, he got the penalty and it dropped him down further.
Really, really great racing. Thank you all for tuning in. That's it. One more microphone to round out the evening. Thank you all for tuning in to a fantastic F5 Grand Prix. And we'll see you next time.